Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Preeti Christina. I'm a life coach and a mentor. And today we are going to talk about a topic that affects men and women alike, and that is confidence. We've all had, self-doubt, insecurities, or maybe felt that we are not good enough. And that has affected us personally or professionally. Today I thought I'd share with you not only tips and tricks that help my clients to overcome low self-confidence, but also tell you the science behind lack of self-confidence and how it can impact us. Here are a few things that our low self-confidence affect our brain. Number one, it affects or increases the activity in amygdala. So amygdala is a part of our brain that is actually involved in processing emotions, including fear and anxiety. So when we have low self-confidence, there is a higher activity in our amygdala, which can lead to increased feelings of anxiety and stress. The second is there is a decreased activity in our prefrontal cortex. Now, prefrontal cortex is a part of our brain which is responsible for making decisions and planning. When we suffer from low self-confidence, we have decreased activity in this area, so which makes it difficult for us to make decisions or to even plan things or take actions. Another thing that we do when we have low self-confidence is that we actually get involved in a lot of negative self-talk. Now that affects our brain negatively. When we involve ourselves in a lot of negative self-talk, there is an increased activity in amygdala. And remember, when there is an increased activity in amygdala, it causes stress and anxiety. Another thing that happens when we have low self-confidence is our motivation decreases. So something that we found enjoyable once are no longer good for us, or we lack interest in activities that we like to do in the past. When we have decreased motivation, this again leads to decreased activity in our prefrontal cortex. And it also affects other areas of brain that are involved in goal setting or motivation. Now, these are a few things that, low self-confidence can affect our brain negatively. So just like low self-confidence can affect your brain and eventually affects your mental health, low self-confidence can also affect your physical health. Here are a few examples of how low self-confidence can affect your physical health. One of the things that can happen is because low self-confidence increases stress, you could get headaches or muscle tension or fatigue. Also, if you've ever noticed, when you don't feel that great about yourself, when you have low self-confidence, your entire posture is not about standing tall or feeling tall. It's always going to, even though you're tall, you're always going to feel like you're the shortest one in the room. Your postures could be slouching or hunching, and there could be strains in your you could put a strain on your muscles, like your neck or your back or your shoulder, and that could lead to a lot of pain and discomfort. Few other things that can happen to you when you feel low self-confidence is that you could get into unhealthy eating habits. So either you eat a lot or you skip meals, which is what the repercussions of both are. You could either put on weight or you could have nutritional deficiencies. Another thing is your sleep quality. So you could really be someone who's not sleeping well in the night. Something's really bothering you. You know that you could have done something really great today, but you couldn't because you have low self-confidence. Low self-confidence not only affects your mind, but it also affects you physically. And so you can start noticing what triggers your low self-confidence. You may not have it always, so it's very important to understand what triggers it. So low self-confidence can affect both personal and professional life alike. In your personal life, like I said some time ago, that some things that you really enjoyed doing in the past, you no longer enjoy it. So there is social distancing, right? Now that can lead to social anxiety because you are used to being all by yourself. That can cause stress, that can cause anxiety, that can cause depression. So you see how something as small as low self-confidence can have such a huge ripple effect in all aspects of your life. In your professional life, maybe low self-confidence affects that promotion that you're looking for, affects your career growth. Maybe you want to head a project, but and you know you have great ideas, but maybe you don't feel good enough because of your low self-confidence, and that causes missed opportunities. So far, we've spoken about how lack of self-confidence can affect your mind, your body, your personal and your professional life. If you have liked what you've heard so far, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell icon. So let's start looking at these strategies that can help you overcome low self-confidence and help you come out as a winner, help you live your ideal life by being your best self. Now, these strategies are a small part of the bigger coaching challenges that I give my client. If you are someone who is affected by low self-confidence in your personal or your professional life, or if it's affecting you mentally or physically, do DM me on my Instagram account. I'm putting that in the comment below. Also, I have a free resource for you. All you have to do is click on the link in the description and I'll send you a free resource on these 6 strategies and a guide to help you overcome low self-confidence. The first strategy is self-talks. Challenge all negative self-talks. It's very common with people who have low self-confidence to always involve in negative self-talks. So when you find yourself talking negatively or putting yourself down, challenge yourself. Replace it with positive self-talks. Now, one of the best things that you can do in order to replace negative to positive self-talks is use affirmations. Affirmations have great way of changing your mindset, even your beliefs, and also you can see great results when you start using affirmations on a daily basis. One of the things that you really should do when you're writing your affirmations, say it out loud and use emotions and say it out loud. Just don't read out affirmations. Use emotions. Use your emotions, because when you feel it, you know it's yours already. The second strategy is for your physical being. So when you feel that you are, something is triggering low self-confidence or you're feeling that way, stand tall, straighten your shoulder, and when you're talking to someone, maintain eye contact. It's so very important to do that. When you see, right now when I'm talking, and if you're doing that, you would notice that there is a change in your mindset as well. So our mind, body, and soul, everything is connected. So if you want to trick your mind into feeling confident, you can actually just straighten your posture and you will see that you will actually start to feel good about yourself. The third thing that you can do, which also again involves your physical being, is when you talk to people with low self-confidence, you will notice they use a lot of fillers, which is like I thought, like, right? So these are a few examples of people who show low self-confidence through verbal language. Now, when that happens, what I would suggest is happening to me right now, but what I would suggest is that you would stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself and maintain the eye contact and start talking to yourself. You would start noticing that it's easier to talk to yourself, but it gets difficult to talk to somebody else in the same flow like you would talk to yourself. So I said talk a lot, but you get the idea. What I'm trying to say is, when you feel confident about yourself, when you look at yourself in the mirror, the way you look, stand tall, straighten your body language, and start talking to yourself. This can really help you eradicate fillers and foregons from your verbal language. The next strategy is to list down strengths and achievements. So from the very beginning until now, list down all strengths and achievements. All the things that, from childhood until now you've achieved. Even if it was a 5-star on your quiz paper. what, or a drawing paper, whatever that was. List down all achievements that you can think of. Also, list down all your strengths. Ask your friends, your families, your life partner about all of the things that they are most proud of when it comes to you. And whenever you feel low, go back and look at this list. It is just going to help your brain instantly feel great about yourself. Another thing that you can do is set achievable goals. Set goals which are specific, which are realistic, and give it a time. Now, when you do that, you remember we spoke about how our prefrontal cortex is involved in decision making and planning, and low self confidence can actually affect that. But when you actually set goals and you set specific goals, measure it, keep it relevant, and keep it time bound, which is SMART goals, you can actually be proud of yourself when you achieve those goals. The last strategy that I want to tell you about is surrounding yourself with people who motivate you, who encourage you, who want the best for you. You need to surround yourself with those kind of people. Also, if low self-confidence is affecting you personally and professionally, and if you really need help, talk to a therapist, talk to a coach. You can also DM me and I will do my best to help you. Or maybe we can just chat and see how we can work with each other, right? But it's really important to take care of yourself. Surrounding with people who you like, you are comfortable with, who encourage and motivate you is really important. Now remember, all your friends may not encourage you and not motivate you. So pick those 2 or 3 people from your friend circle who actually do that. You can definitely go ahead and spend time with everybody. But people who encourage and motivate you, do talk to them more, because they know how they can build you up. Remember, all these strategies can work, and any other strategies can work for that matter of fact, but only through practice. Practicing is how you trick your brain into developing a new habit, and which will eventually increase your self-confidence and give you that personal and professional boost that you're looking for. That's the end of the video. I hope you really liked the video. I loved making it. The idea was to get out there and tell you how confidence can help you live a healthier life, not only physically but also mentally. Please share the video with anyone who can benefit with boosting their self-confidence. I hope to see you next time. Bye.